sunglasses because this is how you know you're serious. So we have a switch to turn on the car. He's already done it for me, so we're good on that level. I'm gonna pray to God I have it in first gear because the shifter is very messed up. Okay. Sometimes in life you just gotta do it for the homies. This motor has cams in it and it's literally shaking at the light. Oh my God, what is happening? So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a VW Golf with the 2.0 NA motor, but it actually has a completely rebuilt engine with stock internals and also has aftermarket cams in it. Therefore, at the stoplight I was just at, I was rocking back and forth a little bit. But the shifter is terrifying me. Every single time I shift, I feel like I'm gonna break something because it's already broken. Okay, let's see if I can figure out if I can get in first. Oh my God, race car. Someone save me. This is like the VW version of the Tanked Out 240. It's the best way to put it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna, when you brake, it wiggles. The owner of this car rebuilt the entire engine himself. He's done everything to this car himself, and he built this car to autocross it. Now, as you can see, there's not much left. The interior only has the dashboard, but it has this nice German stripe that goes from the dashboard all the way to the hood and the bumper, which, by the way, the bumper is held on barely. Entire rear interior is gone, so you feel that the weight has been taken out of the car. So he built this car to autocross it. He's done a few events himself. He has a YouTube channel called Coyote the Gamer if you'd like to check it out. Young kid, just trying to make it in the car scene if you guys are interested. And he's done everything to this car himself, and I respect that. But I'm gonna tell you what, I feel so sketched out right now. Everything is rattling, everything is shaking. I get on it, and the car sways like this. It's kind of scary. They custom made exhaust from the cat back, just straight pipe essentially, and that's why it's so loud. This is the epitome of most people's first project car. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Most of the time you gotta like find your stride and tinker around with a car to understand how everything works. And that's what he did. Bought this car for practically nothing, basically $1,000, and then rebuilt the engine, and then it ran just fine. But this car has also been in an accident, and random things happen sometimes. So all of the wiring is hooked up to this little switchboard that we talked up earlier. The only other time I've ever driven a 2.0 Volkswagen like this is way back in the day. I drove this VW Jetta that had a turbo kit on it, and it was the 2.0. It's very rare to see a turbo in the 2.0. Most of the time people get the 1.8s on the Jettas and stuff like that, or they upgrade to the GTI or the R32 of this chassis to the VR6, which we've also done. I've never driven the NA 2.0, and I can see why it's a pretty good autocross platform. This makes basically 120 wheel horsepower with the cams and the rebuilt engine and all that good stuff. A little bit peppier than stock, but nothing like a big turbo car or anything like that. It's just enough to learn how the power band works, and you can pretty much floor it around everything. It has a lot of drone, but it does have a lot of snaps and crackles and pops. Ah, what gear am I in? Hold on. Oh, that's third. How did I make it? Oh, it sways. This thing goes like this, man, when you shift. Think of yourself in an open field and a huge gust of wind hits your car, and your car goes like this. That's what it's like. You have to be ballsy as hell to drive this car fast. But I'm wearing my sunglasses so you don't see the fear in my eyes. We have the e-brake saying it's on. It's definitely not. I've checked 3 times. And the airbag light's on because of the wheel. No pressure. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Okay, it definitely snaps and crackles in a good way. Hold on. love the sticker on the dashboard. It says, "The car rules." It's like that secret rule they tell you when you're at Laser Quest, and they tell you to recite the rule list. I will not run, climb, or jump. Sit down, shut up, and hold on. Well, I can't do any of those things because I'm doing a car review, and I can't shut up because I talk to a camera for a living. But I can sit down because I'm in a chair, and I'm gonna hold on. That's for sure. Oh yeah! Ah! I do think the VW Golf platform is a great starter platform because it's a hatchback. You can carry stuff in it. Well, when you have the interior. It's a hatchback. You can carry stuff in it. Oh, my seatbelt came off. Can I get it? Can I? I never even noticed. Can I get this, please? Well, I'm just gonna endanger my life more. It's a hatchback. You can carry stuff in it. It's a great first car to get around town. 2 liter is a solid engine, and it makes a lot of nice noises. I get why the VW community is so big, because even with the 1.8 liters, it makes blow-up noises at like 2,000 RPM. But with the 2.0, you get a lot of nice sounds. Tap the foot. Tap the foot. Tap the foot. The Golf is just one of those cars that it's legendary for all the different platforms it has. The Mark IV in particular was huge back in the early 2000s as a tuner car. Do not do this at home, by the way. I see why a lot of people use these as racing platforms because they're cheap and they work. Did I get the gear? Okay, we're good. I gotta like let it pause to do the crackle in between each gear. It is strange though, even with not that much wheel horsepower, car still has torque steer. It still unloads in a certain way to where it acts up. So that's why it feels kind of dangerous. I'm in gear right now. You hear that? It's swirling around like a blender. Get into gear. Did I get it? Oh, I got sick. Crisis averted. All the way in it. I'd like to go on TED Talk to talk about my experience in the Mark IV Golf and how you can get your own project car. I will say I am really glad that he's gotten seat time in this thing, learned the ropes of autocrossing, learned the ropes of track racing. He even told me that he ran this on Road Atlanta, one of the fastest racetracks in the world. But he did say that even when he was all the way in it, he struggled to keep up with a lot of the K-Series kind of Honda swaps. So he's kind of eager to get out of this car and go to the next thing, which I totally get. Because a lot of the times when you race and you lose, it makes you go, screw this thing, time to move on. But that's why so many people go through so many different cars through their lifetime, because they learn with one and then they move on and they progress and their cars get nicer and nicer over time and their tastes change and everything changes. Going around town, not trying to be a nuisance. Sorry. Oh! What was, oh, that was my bag. Right when you let off at third and you just get that subwoofer feeling in your ear. What I love about cars like these though is that everybody's got their one. They all have their first project car that they struggled with and learned everything from, and they miss it in the end even if they think it wasn't the right thing. First car that everyone struggles with to get into the car scene, to get into racing, whatever that first car is, I think we can all relate to that. Speaking of, I'll pass the question off to you. What was your first ever project car, or are you on your first ever project car? In the comment section below, I'd love to hear it. The whole car goes like this. I feel like your shifter is your best representation of the interior of your car because, yeah. Tuesday, Thursday, So if you'd like to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, please consider doing it. On that note, guys, you all have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, by the way, we just finished up releasing the Smiles Per Gallon sunglasses. I'm finally selling That Dude in Blue sunglasses. We have the Smiles Per Gallon logo right here and T-dib, and these polarized lenses are super nice. Really affordable. If you'd like to check out a pair, link in the description below. Hey, you, want clean wheels? Hey, use this. Spray on. Let sit for 45 seconds and turn purple. Spray again with water. Clean wheels. Make sure to check out www.pattersoncarcare.com. Made by car dudes, for car dudes.